Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Asana tasks from Google Sheets. Here, my objective is that as soon as a new data will be added in my Google Sheets related to a task, automatically by using that same response, a new task should be added and created in my Asana account. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up a connection between Google Sheets and Asana, and that we are going to do without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Pabbly Connect runs on two principles: trigger and action. So here we are going to take Google Sheets in our trigger and Asana in our action, and we will connect both of them in order to automate this entire process. And to learn the entire automation step by step, let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Asana tasks from Google Sheets. So let's suppose I am using Asana as a project and task management software for my team. And now I want that as soon as I'm going to enter the details related to the task in a particular spreadsheet, which I have created by using Google Sheets, then automatically by using that same response, a task should be created in Asana. Okay, so we are going to create this automation step by step by setting up a connection between Google Sheets and Asana, and that we are going to do without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by tapping the URL pabbly.com/connect. After coming here, we can find two options: sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, you can directly click on sign in, but if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button to create your free new account. Also, when you will create your account, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, as an existing user, I'm directly clicking on sign in. This is the all apps section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here on the dashboard, we can find all our workflows which we have created, and we can also create folders here to save the workflows. As you can find, I have multiple folders over here. I have created them to save my workflows according to my choice on my dashboard. Okay. Now to create a new workflow, we have to click on this create workflow option. Let's do that. And here a dialog box will appear in front of us. It is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let us provide a name over here. Create Asana task from Google Sheets. After giving the name, we can also select the folder in which we want to save this workflow. So from the drop down, I'm going to select this Google Sheets and Asana automation folder. And now let's click on create. As we have done that, we can find that two windows are open in front of us. So what are these windows? These are triggers and actions. So as I've already told you that Pabbly Connect runs on two principles: trigger and actions. Here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is a response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions as we want. Now let's suppose we are going to take Google Sheets in our trigger and Asana in our action, and we want that as soon as a new row will be added in our Google Sheets, automatically by using that same response, a task should be added in Asana. Okay, here our action is a response towards our trigger. We can clearly see, because when the trigger happens, that means when the row is added in Google Sheets, then only the task is created in Asana, otherwise not. So after understanding this concept, let's start creating the workflow step by step. First of all, we will select our trigger application, and that is Google Sheets. So let's select that. And now we will select the trigger event. Trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or start. New or updated spreadsheet row will be our trigger event over here, as we want that whenever we are going to add a new row in this spreadsheet, the response of that row should be automatically captured here, and with that response, automatically the workflow should get triggered. Okay, so here we can find that as we have done that, a webhook URL is provided to us along with some instructions. We need to follow these instructions step by step to connect our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. And for doing that, the webhook URL is going to act as a bridge for sending the data from Google Sheets towards Pabbly Connect. First of all, let us copy the webhook URL, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what we are supposed to do. So for this, I'm going to take you towards my spreadsheet. This is the spreadsheet which I have created. The name of my spreadsheet is Task for Creative Team. So in this spreadsheet, I'm going to enter the details of the task which I want to assign to my creative team. Okay, here it contains 4 columns. Column A contains the task name, column B contains description, column C and D contains the start date as well as the due date of the task. Okay, so for connecting this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect, we have to go towards extensions, and here we can find the option of add-ons. When you will click on this get add-ons, it has taken us towards Google Workspace Marketplace. Now here we need to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So basically, Pabbly Connect Webhook is the add-on which we need to install in our Google Sheets, okay, for connecting it with Pabbly Connect. So as I've already installed the add-on, I will simply cross this, and once you will install the add-on for the first time, you also have to refresh your spreadsheet so that you can find the option of Pabbly Connect Webhooks under extensions. Okay, now here as I can find the options, let's go towards initial setup. And basically, in order to connect our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect, we have to perform an initial setup in which we need to enter two details, webbook URL and the trigger column. So first of all, let us paste the URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect in this particular field, and the next is the trigger column. Now what is trigger column? The concept of trigger column says that whenever the data in the spreadsheet will be entered up till this particular column, the entire row will be sent towards Pabbly Connect. It is given that trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row will be sent to the webbook URL. So with the help of this webbook URL, that row will be sent directly towards Pabbly Connect. Okay. Now here in the background, you can find that I have 4 columns. So the column D will be my trigger column, as I want that whenever I will enter the data in my spreadsheet in a new row up till column D, the response should be automatically captured of that entire row in Pabbly Connect. Okay. So here I'm going to enter D as my trigger column, and now let's click on send test. Okay, so as we have done that, the test data is sent successfully towards Pabbly Connect. So let's submit the initial setup. And as the setup is configured, we will cross this and move back towards Pabbly Connect. And we can find that here is already response. And we can find that here the response is already being captured. This is trigger column, this is task name, start date, spreadsheet name, spreadsheet ID, sheet name, sheet ID row index, and the due date. Okay. The description of the task is also given. This means that the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect is perfectly successful. Now, as the response is being captured here in Pabbly Connect and the connection is successful, we need to go towards Google Sheets once again. And once again, we have to go towards extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and this time we need to click on this send on event button. So as we have done that, we have made sure that now whenever we are going to add a new row in this sheet, automatically the response will be keep on sending towards Pabbly Connect. Let's go back, and here after doing this, we will move further. So our objective is to create a task in Asana from Google Sheets response. Okay. For that, we are going to connect Asana with Pabbly Connect. So let's move towards our action step, and in our action application, we will select Asana. After selecting action application, here we need to select action event, that will be create a task. Okay, let's click on connect, and because I've already built a connection with my Asana account, I'm going to select my existing connection only. If you want to create a new connection, then you need to click on this add new connection, and then you have to click on this connect with Asana. Okay, now we will click on save, and after connecting, we will move further. So it is asking us to select the workspace. I'm going to take you towards my Asana account, and this is my workspace name as pabblytudes.com. When you will go back, here the workspace is selected correctly, pabblytudes.com. The next which we have to enter is the project ID. So here I have two options, demo user and social media project. I have already opened the project social media project, so I'm going to select the same. I want that whenever a row will be added in Google Sheets, automatically a new task should be created in this particular project. Okay, so we will select social media project over here. Done. In the same manner, you need to select your own project from the drop down. The next we have to enter the task name, notes and other details. Okay, so one by one we will enter them. As we want to create the task with the help of Google Sheets response, we will simply map the data over here. Now mapping is inserting data from previous step. Here our previous step is given, and here are all the details. We want to map the name of the task, which is given over here as social media calendar. Let us select it, and it is mapped. So when we have mapped this data, it has become dynamic. That means now with each and every new response, it is going to change. So now whenever a new row will be added in Google Sheets along with the new task details, automatically this name of the task is going to be replaced with a new name of that new task. But in case if we will enter it manually, then it will become static, and then it is not going to change with each and every response. Therefore, in order to automate the entire process, we have used mapping over here. Now we will map the notes as well in the same manner. That means the description of the task. Create a social media calendar for upcoming month. We have mapped that. Okay. Now the next it is asking us is the due at and due on. So it is given that we have to enter either of these two details. So I'm going to use due on. If you are using due on field, then you have to enter the date in this particular format, year, month and date format. And in case if you are using due at, then you have to enter date in this particular format along with the time. Okay. Now I will simply map the due date. This is given year, month and the date format. Okay. The correct format is given. The next is the assignee. I'm going to select the assignee as admin Pabbly. Here if you want, you can also attach a particular tag to the task, but I'm ignoring this field for now. And after entering all the details successfully, let's click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, we can find that here is the response. In the response, we have received all the details. This means that the task is created in social media project of Asana. So let's go and check. And here, yes, we can find that a new task is created over here. Let me open it. The name of the task is social media calendar. The description is given, create a social media calendar for upcoming month, and here is the project, and here is the due date Saturday along with all the other details. Okay, this means that our workflow is perfectly successful. So we have successfully built a connection between Google Sheets and Asana. So now whenever a new row will be added in our Google Sheets, automatically by using that same response, a task will be created in Asana. So let's check this workflow once again, as we have already clicked on send on event button. So this means that now whenever we are going to add a new row, the data will be keep on sending. So I'm going to add a new task over here. Let's start with the task name. Let's say test task. I'm going to enter the description. This is a test task. Okay, now I'm going to enter the start date and the due date. Okay, so I've entered the data up till my trigger column. Now let's go and check on Asana. And here we can find that recently, without any manual efforts, within seconds, a new task is created over here. The name of the task is test task and it is scheduled for tomorrow. Okay, this means that the workflow is running perfectly fine. Let's summarize what we have done here in the workflow. So we have connected our Google Sheets and Asana in such a way that now whenever a new row will be added in our Google Sheets, automatically by using that same response, a task will be created in Asana. In the same manner, you can very easily create this automation to manage all your tasks and projects in Asana. And then whenever you are going to add a new row in your Google Sheets, automatically without any manual efforts, within seconds, a task will be created in Asana. Okay, this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many other applications by using Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can directly reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask any pricing related issue, then you can directly reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful in any way, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also, please like our videos and subscribe our channel to learn more such automations.